Can we talk about the cost of all this stuff? Because the cost of the private planes fascinate me too. You get sexual in the rubber? Because how are you? Oh, yeah, I see it separate.
Fuck me. Oh my God.
Let me take you back to how this journey even started in the first place, because trust me, it was a wild 2 days for me. If you followed my channel for a while, you know that I really love going to gay bars and documenting my experiences there, talking to the dancers, and just really highlighting these amazing spaces. Okay, so I get this email from a general manager at a club in Chicago. The club is called Fantasy Nightclub, and he says he's seen some of my videos and, you know, he wanted to know if I'd potentially be interested in coming there and doing an episode there. Of course, I was intrigued and said, sure, I would love to. And I was passed off to an assistant of sorts to the owner of the club. And the owner of the club's name is Arthur Hood. And he told me, you know, that he's a businessman and owns numerous clubs in Chicago and I think 1 or 2 in Dallas. And his idea was for me to come to Chicago and kind of see what he's working on, see some of his clubs, some of the ones he's building, and then fly private with him on his private jet to Dallas to see his other club and to experience Dallas Pride. Everything just started like racing through my head. Like, who is this man? What is this private jet? Is this real? Is this a setup with someone that hates me, that wants to, like, I don't know what they want to do to me? I smartly asked for Arthur's website, which I think was a great next step for me. And they gave me the website and I checked it out. It seemed to be very legitimate. And he seemed to be just a businessman who owns numerous things and has a huge portfolio. And then with that information, I was able to find his Instagram.
I like storage because it's definitely one of the easiest asset classes to manage. You have to do it well, but it's not toilets, tenants, and trunks.
It all felt really vague and confusing, but also really exciting. I mean, how many times in your life do you get a proposition like this? Because this year, I'm just so much about saying yes to opportunities. I think for so much of my life, my default would be a no, just because I'm kind of a homebody and my instinct is just to be home and comfortable in my own home, and that's where I feel safe and comfortable. But what I've learned from meeting people that are just doing so great in life is that it's all about who you know and all about the opportunities and the connections you make. So I said yes. And before I knew it, I was hopping on a plane, and with no real direction of what I was doing or where I specifically was going, I was on my way to Chicago and taking you along for the journey. Hello, how are you? Yes. From Matt Cullen, Matthew Cullen. Nice. Very open. Okay, cute. My new newsletter, Color, is finally here. If you love my channel and want to get even more, Color will be the go-to places for updates on my life, as well as queer travel, culture, and stories that you really won't find anywhere else. It's completely free, and you can sign up by clicking the link in my description. My first assignment was to go meet Arthur at this bar that he was opening up. Hey, how are you? Good. Are you Silver?
I am.
Oh, nice to meet you. What's it going to be called? Do you guys know yet?
This side is going to be called the Belmont, and this side is going to be called Decibel.
When is it expected to open? Do you guys know?
We got about 3 weeks worth of construction to do, and
Oh,
then
wow.
we'll start to slowly roll out.
Actually, I was kind of nervous to meet you because it's such a big deal and you're doing such amazing things. When I thought about you and what you've done with your business, I was actually surprised to hear that you own so many gay clubs as well. I don't know, I never thought of gay clubs as a very profitable business.
They can be, but what I've done in other businesses have allowed me to come in and take over and run some of the gay clubs and bring them back and have a safe place for the community a lot easier, because I don't have to count on the club income. I've got income from other places.
How many clubs do you have now in Chicago?
Total in Chicago right now, 4, and we're probably working on a 5th one.
Amazing. And you have one in Atlanta as well?
That's correct. I have the Eagle in Atlanta.
And thankfully I came on the first weekend where they're actually doing some sort of soft opening, and they have an event, which I'll show later on the episode. And it was really cool to see, I don't know, the makings of such an iconic spot.
So people can enter through upstairs, enjoy the patio, come down here and walk in this way.
Nice.
And this is our main space here.
Big.
It's 2 stories.
What we're doing is we are modeling our Atlanta Eagle, and we're going to just take the footprints of what we're doing there, and we're bringing it to Chicago.
I always thought the Eagle was one company, but it's really just you can own an Eagle anywhere, right? You just call it the Eagle. How does that work?
Well, you can. I mean, most, in order to make sure you're protected and stuff, it's best to trademark your name, because you can't trademark the name Eagle, and you can't trademark the name like Atlanta or Chicago, but you can trademark them when they're used together. Yeah, I've been on Extra, and I've been on
Have you?
Access Hollywood, and
Yeah, you're kind of iconic, huh?
well, not for that. I used to be friends with Michael Jackson, so.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, wait, this
You want the
is...
scoop? You
I
want
want
the
this-
daddy is?
Give me the scoop. That's interesting. How did you meet Michael Jackson? That's interesting.
Oh gosh, that's in my past. I met this guy years and years ago that was a Disney collector, and we just met in person, and we fell in love, not in a relationship, but friendship, love, and we were friends for 27 years. And he was the famous doctor in Beverly Hills to all the celebrities, and his nurse Debbie Rowe married Michael Jackson and had Prince in Paris, and so I just started hanging out at Neverland every weekend.
I was going to ask you if you've been to Neverland.
Oh yes, yeah. I
What
mean,
was it like?
incredible. The second best place I've ever been. My African safari I just got home from is the best, and then Neverland second. Yeah, I used to watch movies with Elizabeth Taylor, and I used to hang out with Carrie Fisher, and used to go to Cher's house in Malibu, and it's crazy.
See you
And
again.
my favorite.
Yes.
That I'm still friends with is Dolly Parton.
You're still friends with Dolly
I
Parton?
am, yeah.
You got to get her to come here.
Well, I should, but she turns 80 in January, so she's slowing down a little bit. So, but she's doing good. She's going. I'll hopefully see her in December in Vegas. So, I hadn't seen her since Carl died. So, it's she's doing really well.
Nice to meet you, Biggie.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you're the general manager.
I am.
You're the one that connected me. You're the reason why I'm here.
I think you're the reason why you're here.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here.
So show me around.
Yeah, well, this is Fantasy Nightclub. You'll notice that we have a total of 8 bars throughout the entire club.
My gosh.
So plenty of room to get a drink around here.
Wow.
We have over here to the right, I love showing it off. It's actually our newly revamped, new furniture, new decor, new feel to our VIP lounge.
Wow.
That we have, right over here. Now in the light, it's a little bit different than the way it looks at nighttime. But when we get these table lamps going and the bottles flowing, we really get to having a good time.
And are you newly the general manager? Is that what's going on?
That's right. So before, I loved what I did. I had a bit of a reputation as the friendly bouncer because I was a bouncer here long before I was ever a manager. And, just my reputation of dealing with people and on-the-spot problems and really just kind of being available when needed, I guess, is what led to me finding this opportunity.
That's so amazing. Congratulations.
We're excited. Thank you.
Moving on up the ladder.
I hope I keep going.
This is like my first interview, so I'm
Oh, really?
yeah, I'm usually just like shaking ass or dancing, so. Not really,
Hey, I love that. I'm not going to complain about some shaking ass and dancing.
Not really much of a talker, but
No, this is going to be great. It's just a conversation, no like set dialogue or questions or anything like that. But I heard that you are like the dancer in Chicago.
I mean, I like work around like a lot of clubs and also I'm like very friendly, so I like to just like party with everybody and be friendly with everybody. So
How did you get involved in the go-go scene?
I actually started going out to Chicago, so I can like meet new people because I was like living in the suburbs, and then I saw some go-go dancers up there, and then I was like kind of like starstruck because they look like really hot and beautiful and confident. So then I just decided to do it.
Give a signature move.
I do actually. I just like get on like all fours and I just like kind of sway my ass up and down. It's like a good like core workout, I guess.
It is probably good exercise to dance, right?
No, definitely, yeah.
It's called Code Night. So it's a leather night and a kink night, or I guess they're both in the same world, right?
Yeah. So it's we say it's a fetish dress code night. Code actually stands for Chicago Original Dress Code Enforced. Oops, sorry.
No, you're okay.
And that's kind of where the name came from, and it's kind of grown into this one night that people who are into gear know that they can come out and they can be with people who understand the gear and the mindset. And they want to be with people like that.
What's your name? Oh no, what's your pup name?
I'm Pocket Puppy, Pocket Wolf Spitz.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Matt.
Nice to meet you, Matt.
I saw you from a mile away because you were one of your jobs tonight is you were like, or one of your I'm assuming is like shining people's shoes.
Yeah, boot blacking is what it's called.
And that's your right?
Yeah, that's one of my major ones.
Can you-
The Canada service.
Can you describe it for the audience? I'm sure a lot of the audience will want to know what that is.
Yeah, so boot blacking is an ancient art. Well, ancient as far as America goes. But the idea is like shining up the leather, making it look presentable. So that can be something as simple as like, I want to go out and look hot tonight. Or it can be as much as I want to get down and lick your dirty boots so they shine like new. And I like both parts of that.
How did you find out that was something that turned you on?
So I always like the idea of like hierarchy and play like that, but I really want to like lick boots, but I was like, I don't want to lick dirty boots, so I learned how to clean them myself.
So then you clean them and then you lick them afterwards?
Exactly.
And the other person's lucky too because they get fresh shoes, they get a little like cleaning act, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
My name's Joe, or Chicago Rubber on socials. Rubber makes me feel as like masculine or feminine as I feel that day. It makes me just feel like kind of like a superhero. It makes me feel sexy.
You get sexual in the rubber? Because how are you? Oh, yeah, I see a zipper.
There's zippers, yeah.
How do you decide that you want to be vocal about it? Because I feel like a lot of people here, I can tell that they probably live a 9-to-5 life and they're like, this is, they're off, they don't want to be on camera, obviously. So how do you decide that you wanted to be out and proud about this?
Well, and I live a 9-to-5 life as well, but it was really when I competed for MIR, which at the time was the Mr. International Rubber Contest. Now it's the International Rubber Contest. They've rebranded to be more gender inclusive. So it was like taking that step. I realized I didn't want to blur these lines between these two facets of my life. And so I was going to be authentically who I was on socials, and if a job or employer, because like I don't post porn, nothing against that, but like I don't post sexual content. It's just me in latex. And if that was going to be enough for an employer to terminate me, if they found out, then that's not the right fit anyway.
Thank you for letting me peel you away from your night. It's been so fun out there.
Yeah, I haven't. It's great. It's beautiful. I'm having a great time.
What's your name again?
My name is Al.
Nice to meet you. I'm Matt.
Hey, Matt.
How long have you been in this community for?
Maybe 2-3 years.
Oh, so you're new into it?
New to it, yeah.
How did you find out about it?
I've got somebody that's introduced me to it, and I've enjoyed it.
I saw you from across the room, and I was like, you've got to be in it for a while because you look fully decked out.
Yeah. Like I said, I've enjoyed it. I like doing this, and it makes me feel good.
We're doing it? All right, let's do it.
Oh my gosh. Such a fun night, but I'm exhausted. I like going out and I like filming, but nothing more than I like them coming back. Ugh. Exhausted. Okay. Okay. Good night.
Muchas gracias. Hasta luego. Have a good day.
Which plane do I think is his? Let me look around. Let me make a guess. For some reason, I'm thinking CGPAA. Kind of scary. Here we go.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, it's so fancy here. Ah, I'm like nervous. Oh, I guess wrong. Oh my gosh. Right here? Okay, cool. Can I ask you a couple questions?
Of course, yes.
So you're a DJ too, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's what you were there DJing last night, right?
Yes.
You were killing it.
It was so good, though. Like, literally, the vibe from Chicago is super different what I play in Dallas.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
And now you're going to go back to Dallas and DJ more?
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to DJ Pinkies tonight for Pride. You're back. And yeah.
You have no idea how nervous I was to fly on the private jet. When we were taking off, every thought was running through my head. Like my palms were drenched in sweat. I just was like imagining the worst case scenario, and I started thinking, like, even right now my palms are sweaty and thinking about it. Here we go. Wow, it's crazy.
Is this a jet or a plane?
Jet. This is a jet.
And you own this, right?
This one I don't. I've got one that I do own. This is the fill-in jet.
How often do you fly private?
Probably once a week, but it's really more about timing because commercially, I still use commercial when I go somewhere for a couple of weeks and I'm going to stay there for a while or go into Europe or something. But around the country, it allows me to go 2 or 3 places in a day. And if I'm going somewhere for a couple of days and then making a stop on the way back, but I can travel on my schedule when I want.
I mean, I've talked to you a lot off camera, but you're doing so well because you're young.
I'm 43. I'm not that young, but I'm still
I guess
young.
now that I'm older, I look at 43 as young, to be doing this. Like, you've built an amazing life for yourself.
It's taken a lot of work. I've been a real estate developer since I was in my 20s. And actually, before that, I running my own businesses basically my whole life. I've never had a job.
You never had a 9 to 5. You never been under someone else's time.
No, I've always run my own shit.
That's always been my goal, is to not have to clock in anywhere, you know?
You know, you don't really want to clock in anywhere, but it's also about the fact you're never going to get rich or get any real financial independence out of a job because of the way the tax structure is, right, wrong, or indifferent. You've got to make money all the time. Like Warren Buffett said, you're going to work till you die if you don't learn to make money when you sleep.
Can we talk about your first venture into business? Like, how did you first start building the business you have today, the empire?
Well, it was kind of interesting. When I was growing up, we had some neighbors that had an earth-moving company, another set of neighbors that were in the mining business, and several friends that had big farms. And I spent a lot of time when I was probably 7 years old through probably my mid-teens running heavy equipment, bulldozers, track loaders, tractors, farm equipment, excavators, everything. Kind of learned on the farm everything. I always kind of knew I wanted to get into real estate development. I already had some of the skill set, at least on how things get built, done, and then started learning the finance, and I got heavily involved and had a trucking company when I was in my late teens, and it was all just heavy haul and dump trucks. You know, currently I have a couple hundred single-family homes. I've got some apartments, then I do a lot of land entitlement. I still do some home building, but I say our largest venture right now is I'm second or third largest partner in a storage development company, and we build a significant amount of storage. Our goal is to probably grow that to at least a $5 billion portfolio in the next 7 years. And through all of this over the years allowed me to get into the gay bar business because I had money coming from other sources. I was able to acquire them, and I think that we need to, as a community, save all of our gay bars, our safe spaces, because as gays are accepted everywhere and our community's accepted everywhere, it's still important to keep those safe spaces.
That's the first thing I thought when I thought about interviewing you, is like, you have so many businesses, and the fact that you are able to keep gay bars alive, you know, with your money, that's amazing.
And, you know, we make everything we do somehow profitable. I mean, obviously they're not as profitable as other ventures, but you know, everything has to make its own money, not just for me, but for the staff. Everybody has to make their own money. But it's important that people go to those spaces, support those spaces that allow the community to be the community without anybody really judging it.
Amazing. And I think of my audience a lot, and a lot of them probably don't have the capital to invest a ton of money into something. If someone was to have $30,000 that they're able to put towards something to hopefully grow into something else, what would you suggest for the audience?
Probably, it really depends on their whole setup, but a lot of time would just be buying a rental property. You know, if you can get in an area where you can be a real Airbnb and zone, that's probably going to be a better income as long as it's big enough and nice enough. Otherwise, you use that $30,000, put down, you know, do a little house hacking, you know, do an FHA, because you can buy up to a fourplex on FHA with 3.5% down. Your income will only have to justify one of the units because you could use the rental income to justify the other units. And then that's how you start. Living that a year or two, go to something else.
Did you go to college for this?
No.
What is your opinion on college?
If you're going to be a doctor, lawyer, and engineer, great. Anything else, fuck off.
How did you learn the ropes then?
It's hard to explain. I think you either can or you can't. I think it's important to have mentors. It's important to have people that have done it that can help you, but you have to have the determination and the drive to do it. There's a lot of people out there that want to do it, but won't put the work in to do it. Because, I mean, I still work probably in some form or fashion 80 to 100 hours a week. Now, am I at a job at a desk all the time? No. But I'm answering my phone, I'm on emails, making calls, meeting people. And the other thing that people have to understand, it's a cliche, but your network is your net worth. You have to have a network of people that are doing things, that are in business, that are successful, not only for opportunity and connections and for probably getting things done, approvals, things like that, but investors, people that bring you deals, people that take you deals, people that think the same way, people that are driven the same way.
You really have to be extroverted in the business world, huh?
Extroverted in the business world, and, you know, go to the right restaurants, hang out at the right cigar clubs, learn the people.
Yeah.
Because everybody's just people.
Yeah.
But people tend to do more business with their friends, you know, even if they're business associates, than some random person. Deals are made with people you like, generally, you know.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to know people. If you go into a nice restaurant when you're traveling to a city, go to the steakhouse, sit at the bar, and meet everybody around you.
Do you do that? Will you go mingle?
I do. I always have.
Does it ever turn into business deals?
It has several times. And that's actually the reason when I do fly a commercial, I try to always fly first class if it's available.
Because then you're around people that...
I've met a significant number of people. I met a guy on a flight to New York who was actually where I'm from, Birmingham, and he's on the board of directors of one of the largest medical REITs. Took about 6 companies public, and he's an investor in one of our storage projects now. I met him 5 or 6 years ago on a commercial flight to New York. And also your closest friends. If you got 5 broke-ass friends, you'll be the 6th. You got 5 very successful friends, you'll be the 6th. So you got to really watch who you hang out with.
Can we talk about the cost of all this stuff? Because the cost of the private planes fascinate me too.
The operational cost on the lighter jets like this is about $2,000 an hour. And then the mid-sized jets probably $3,500, $4,000 an hour, and some of the heavy jets a good bit more than that. That's fuel, engine reserves, maintenance reserves. I don't keep a full-time pilot. I use contract pilots. They're on a day rate. You know, they're making $1,200 to $1,800 a day range.
Flying from Chicago to Dallas will be about $5,500.
Well, a little more than that, but by the time you do it with pilot, crew, parking, everything, I figure every time you start up the airplane and go anywhere, it's $10,000.
When did you make that decision? Like, when did you make that jump into, I'm going to start flying private now because it makes more sense?
I've used it when it's made sense for probably the last 15 years, but significantly private where it's more than 50% of my travel probably the last 5 years.
But even 15, so that means you're, 30 when you're choosing to fly? That's amazing.
That's late 20s, early 30s, yeah.
How is being gay in the field of business at your level of success? Because there's not many of you.
No, but there's more than you would think. It's really just don't ever bring it up. It's just never been an issue. A good number of the people that I work with know. A good number of the banks, a good number of partners and developers and everybody I think know, but a few we talk about it or, they may ask, but for the most part, I've never had an issue.
Did you feel like when you started buying the gay bars that was like your way to give back to the community?
It was a way to give back to the community. I also like it for the steady cash flow. If you run them well, they're never going to make you a tremendous amount of money, but it's nice cash flow. But I do see it as a way to give back to the community, be able to have not only safe spaces, but fun places for our community everywhere.
It's so crazy. Like thinking about 4 days ago, I didn't even know I was going to come to Chicago, and now I'm on a private plane with you. Like it's crazy how life works, and I just hope that I can continue knowing you and tossing ideas about you because you're doing such amazing work. It's very inspiring.
Absolutely, and the biggest thing to start learning is how to get passive income of some sort.
Thank you for doing this. Thanks for inviting me on this trip, and oh my gosh, it's been something I'll never forget. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, and then it's a fun thing to do.
Thank you so much. Great landing. Beautiful. How are you?
He's coming now. No, this is those
But thankfully I'm safe and I'm literally right outside. It's Houston Pride.
That's a parade right there. Like you see the people in the rainbow stuff. Oh my god, the strings are alive right now. I've never seen a pride honestly like this. Like it's such good energy. There's so many people. All the bars. All people look. Up at top, packed with people.
Ah, maybe you're sexy.
Oh, thank you.
Like, damn, look.
Oh my god. Yeah. What do you think? Yes. Oh, I love you. Thank you. You make me confident.
Like me.
Oh my god. This is like better than a West Hollywood Pride. It's so cool. Oh my god. I know you're. Are you filming? Yeah. Oh, I love you. Sorry. No, I love it. What's your name?
Nathan.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. What are you just filming point 2.0?
Yeah, I'm filming right now.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh my god, thanks for
I
saying
love
hi.
that college. I know.
Nice to meet
Happy
you.
Pride.
Roundup. I think I want to go to Roundup because Roundup is like the cowboy bar.
last 4 or so days in Chicago and Dallas was honestly a memory I'm never going to forget. Watching Arthur work, he's a fast man, very in and out, very, get on the phone, hang up, make, like a businessman, like he's making his deals and moving on. But it was just so cool to see someone like that at work. And, Arthur owns so much and he has such a big portfolio. And the fact that he's keeping some of these gay bars alive and reopening some of them and making sure that they're successful and full of people, like that just feels so important for our community, because these spaces have been safe spaces for our community for so long. I hope you liked today's episode. I know it was so different than anything I've ever done before, but it was just such a cool experience. And honestly, knowing that I was taking you with me made it so much cooler even. I was like, what's the word I'm looking for? But really cooler. Every day I just feel so lucky and truly just blessed. And so thank you so much for watching and continuing to support and allowing me to have these experiences that I'll never forget. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're doing well. And I'll see you soon with another episode. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.